War of the Roses, brought to you by Totally Tan and Spa.
People get annoyed when War of the Roses goes too well, when it's like smooth and when somebody picks the right person and they send a loving note, and then they get mad when there's no drama. So I don't know that there's going to be any drama today, but I think there is one part of War of the Roses that will make you go, okay, that's pretty wild. Let's talk to Kendall, who wants to do war. Is it your boyfriend, Mike, or is it your husband, Mike, Kendall?
Mike is my boyfriend. Okay. We've been dating for 2 years.
Okay. So a while, yeah.
So whenever anybody does War of the Roses, they always start off with, well, some red flags or some bright red flags or maybe some pink flags. What do you got? What's your red flag that makes you think that you should do War of the Roses on your boyfriend?
Well, there were no flags until just this past weekend. Everything was great. Like, I've never suspected that Mike has ever cheated.
Okay.
He's never... I mean, he's close with an ex-girlfriend, and I'll get into that in a minute. But like, I've never, ever in my life thought he would or has cheated. So this whole thing is so crazy. But I went to Duluth with my girlfriends for like a girls' weekend. And when I came back, I noticed that there was a little bit of water in our jacuzzi tub on the bottom. Like, you know, when you take a bath and like not quite all the water drains, you know?
I gotcha.
And you got little puddles of water here and there that haven't dried up.
Exactly. So I'm like putting away my toiletries and stuff from the weekend, and I noticed that, and my boyfriend Mike never takes a bath. He actually makes fun of me because I take a bubble bath like almost every night. And the only time he's ever taken a bath was like really early on in our relationship. I feel like I shouldn't put this out there, but I actually cheated on my husband when we first were dating. I cheated on my husband with Mike.
Okay.
And we kind of would have these like little rendezvous at the Hilton near the airport because they have jacuzzi rooms.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so wait a second. So that was his method or whatever. He would invite you. You were married.
Yep.
To the Hilton because he knew they had jacuzzi rooms, and you'd spend the afternoon or the night or whatever soaking and making sweet, sweet love in the jacuzzi room. And so that's kind of, now you see that connection with him in the jacuzzi. Do you ever take a jacuzzi at your house with Mike?
No, and that's the thing. So he knew I love baths and bubble baths. And when we first started dating, it's like he wanted to like appease me and impress me and do what I wanted to do. And, you know, now that we've been together a while and we live together, you know, he's just like, enjoy your bath, babe. And sometimes I'm like, come in with me, because it's a huge jacuzzi tub, but you know, he knows it's just my time, so it's whatever. So when I saw water...
So you see the water, and right away you're like, wait a second. Your mind makes a couple of leaps, and you go to him with a girl in the tub while you were in Duluth.
Exactly.
Then, if that's a red flag, then you have a bright red flag after that.
Okay, well, then there's more, which is why I need your help. So basically, I asked him about it, and he just looked at me like, no, like, I didn't take a bath. Like, you're silly. Like, I don't know. Which I was like, okay, that doesn't make me feel better. But the next day, we went for a walk with our black lab. We have the cutest black lab named Kane. But he, you know, obviously was with my boyfriend while I was gone. And he went to go, like, do his business. And he does this little thing where he, like, spins around and, like, his butt was, like, not really facing us. But as he was doing his thing, I saw this, like, flash of, like, orange or something. This is so gross. But so I went over, and sure enough, there was, like, this orange, like, fabric in his business.
Yeah.
And so I took a stick and kind of like smushed around like his stuff.
Because you want to see what it is. I mean, that's natural. You'd be like, oh my God, what did Kane eat?
Yeah.
Good thing he passed it.
Right. I'm like, at first I thought maybe it was one of his toys, but then I'm like, nothing he has is like orange. Anyway, you guys, it was a thong. Like a legit thong.
Not your thong.
Yeah, obviously not yours.
Okay. First of all, I mean, occasionally I'll wear a thong, but if I do, it is not like hunter orange, okay? So I know this thong is not mine.
Okay.
And of course, I looked at him at this point, like probably like a crazy woman. And he told me, oh, Kane probably got it from like the neighbor's yard or something. Like, what?
Are your neighbors known for leaving their underwear on the lawn or something?
Our neighbors are in their 70s. I'm sorry.
Oh, God. Okay.
I don't think,
Okay.
I don't think Mrs.
She
Schultz
could be
is
kind of a
wearing
freak. You
an
never
orange.
know.
she could be.
Okay, but it is absurd to think that, oh, yeah, I was laying on the neighbor's lawn because I've never walked outside in my life and seen underpants on the neighbor's lawn. But that's his story, and he's saying he doesn't, other than that, he doesn't have an explanation, and he would not be like, well, it's because I had somebody over and
Well, yeah.
Kane must have ate her thong.
Right. You guys, and what's weird is he was so like, I mean, yeah, he looked at me like, what? Like, you know, like, what do you, you know, he looked at me like I was crazy. He did that thing that guys can do, but he wasn't that defensive. He just like shrugged it off. So that's what makes me think like, I don't know. Like,
That's,
is
you know
he
what,
a
that's,
liar,
that actually
or is
points to
he
him
cheating?
not being guilty. If he's like, I don't know, because if he was
Yeah.
guilty, you know, he would have made up. I mean, the dog eating it off the neighbor's lawn, but maybe he could come up with something else. But
Yeah.
he didn't try to explain it away. I don't know. If that happened to me and I was innocent, I'd be like, I don't know. I have no
Yeah.
idea. I really don't.
Well, yeah, because you don't know. So he's like, you can't just make up
Like,
something.
you tell me.
Yeah.
You must have had an orange thong that you forgot about.
Yep.
So
I know I don't, but here's what. I know that our dog eats a lot of weird stuff, but I also know that I feel like Mike has a really weird relationship with one of his exes. Like they're like really close. Like they still keep in touch. Like he still like occasionally emails her mom just to be like, just want to say hey and oh shit, you know, I don't know. It's just they're still close even though they're exes.
so you
there
think
is
it
a
might
part
be
of me-
her. What's her name?
Her name's Lisa.
So you think that possibly while you were in Duluth, Mike had Lisa over, they took a little jacuzzi together, and she
I'm
left her
throwing up in my
thong.
mouth right now. Yes.
Well, maybe
all
if he
of
still
this.
emails her
Ew.
mom, it's actually her mom that was over, you know?
Didn't we have
Oh,
one
God.
time
Oh,
on
no,
Nick the Stoner?
no.
Nick the Stoner wore the roses. They found a thong in her bed. Remember that? And he's like, "Oh no, my mom's a freak."
Oh,
Remember
yeah.
that one?
But I wasn't on that one, but yes, I remember.
Okay. We're gonna make a phone call. Can you imagine her panic though? His panic and her panic. If Lisa or whoever it was really did come over, they got in the jacuzzi, they did their thing, and I'm not trying to make fun of this because this is obviously, it can be really upsetting if it's true, and they got up to get dressed and she can't find her thong anywhere.
Yeah.
Can you imagine? You'd be like
No.
looking in the sheets, looking in the trash, looking, and then if Kane ate it. Okay. So I do want you to be prepared. I mean, this is a funny story. You're a great storyteller, but if it turns out that he's sending roses to Lisa, then it's not going to be a good day for
No,
you.
and you guys have been together for 2 years, so it's like a big commitment. Sounds like you guys obviously live together, so.
My stomach just like flipped upside down. Now I feel like, oh God, okay.
But you know what? You want to know. You don't want to
do.
bury your head in the
I
sand.
do want to know, and
Nope.
that's my dog. So if my dog's munching on some other woman's nasty drawers, like
Yeah.
there's going to be hell to pay. So there's that.
All right.
Ugh, so gross.
Here's what we're going to do. We're going to take a break. We'll come back in a second. Text me and let me know what you think's going on. Text me and let me know if there's a plausible excuse for Kane eating somebody's underwear.
Has your dog ever done its business and released a clue to a cheating scandal in your life?
It's a hotel room key. Okay. Text me at KDWB1. Call me at 651-989-KDWB. We'll come back with a couple of things. Number one, we'll talk to you. Number two, we'll make the phone call to Mike to see who he sends roses to. And then we're going to talk to family attorney Jonathan Fogel to see what he makes out of all of this, if there's anything that we can learn from this on the legal side of things. It's coming up next. War of the Roses is on KDWB. Oh, dang, there are some responses on War of
Yep.
the Roses. We'll make a
Gosh.
phone call within minutes. I mean, we're going to make that in a second here. But she found evidence her husband cheated while she was in
Boyfriend, but yeah.
boyfriend
Yeah.
while she was in Duluth this past weekend. There was water, like it hadn't dried up water in their jacuzzi tub. He never would take a bath by himself. Then they took a walk, and their dog Kane did his business, and out came an orange thong. She's like, I don't wear thongs. That ain't mine. Where you explain where that's from? And he's like,
maybe the neighbors. And she's like, no, our neighbors are 70.
Here's one. My dog actually had some sort of a product in his poo that wasn't mine. It was a smoking gun to catch my cheating boyfriend. So this has happened before. Somebody says, this bee said she cheated on her previous husband. What comes around goes around.
Yeah.
UW. Wow. He's totally cheating. Water in the hot tub and a thong. The timing is too obvious that they both happened at the same time. We got a couple of phone calls, and then I got an idea I want to run past you.
Okay.
Hey, hang on for 1 second. Let me talk to our boy Chance on the phone right now. Chance, what's going on? You always have something to say about War of the Roses. What do you think's going on?
I mean, well, too bad those weren't edible songs, but yeah, that dude, he cheating. He definitely gonna send them to the wrong woman.
Just
What?
because
Easy.
Is there any explanation, Chance, for a dog having a thong in her poo or his poo?
Oh, I mean, unless that dog normally runs out the yard when it's not supposed to, when you're not with him. Obviously, that dog found that thong sitting somewhere on the floor where that woman was looking like, where my drawers at? And he's all like, I don't know, but you better get that out of my house before my wife comes home.
Yeah. But dogs do eat anything and everything.
They do.
So there is
but-
I mean, it is a possibility. Crazier things have happened.
I
Chance,
guess.
always good to talk to you. Wait,
But he's going to be walking the dog, and he's going to see the thong, and the dog will look at him like, hey, can I eat this? And he's going to like, yeah, go ahead, man. It's okay. Don't worry about it.
My dog never asks
thank you,
permission.
Chance.
Yeah.
We got one more here, and this is Matt up in Monticello. Matt, always a commentator on War of the Roses. I got about 30 seconds, Matt, because we're running a little bit late. What do you got today, Matt?
I'll go fast. This one's tricky because I used to have a dog that would eat underwear. I know it's not a weird thing that dogs do that. However, the dog will shred it to pieces first. The dog doesn't just eat the whole underwear and swallow it. Like, it doesn't make any sense because that's a lot of fabric going through a dog's body.
Yeah.
And she wouldn't just have just a glimmer of orange in the poo. So my thought is that dude just thought about taking a bath. Maybe his back hurt. I've done it before because of my back. And I think she's almost jumping to conclusions because the dog's going to shred the underwear. It's not going to be like this full-on thong in a small little poop. Like, there wouldn't be a glimmer of orange. It would be like, bam, the poop is orange.
I got you. And I want to thought by you, Matt, see what you think. So when we get him on the phone, if he says the wrong name, I'm going to do something really evil.
Okay.
I'm going to tell him, hey, we're doing War of the Roses, and we're calling with, and then I'm going to say the other girl's name.
So whoever he puts on the card is who you're going to say.
I'm going to say whoever he puts on the card is the right answer, and that person is on the phone right now.
I like that.
Does that make sense?
Yeah,
that's
because-
sneaky. You sneaky.
So that way, if he sends him to the wrong girl, I'll say, hey, guess what? Miss Side Action's on the phone right now. She wants to make sure you're not seeing anybody else, and then we'll see what he says.
Okay.
It
Yeah.
could backfire big time,
Yeah,
but let's
very
do it.
possible.
It's KDWB.
We'll send those out, and of course, I need to grab a name. So, who would you like to send those to? I'll grab a first and last name from you.
Sure, Lisa.
Perfect. And like with most roses, you can leave a note. What would you like the card to say?
Been having a lot of fun with you.
Oh, wow. Hey, Mike, I got a little explaining to do. We kind of pulled a fast one on you. We are not really calling with a survey, and we're not from your cable or phone company. We're actually calling to see who you would send roses to. And when I say we, I mean there are three of us. There's myself, Dave. I host the Dave Ryan Show on KWB. There's Fallon, who you just talked to.
Hello.
That gave you the survey. And then there's somebody who put us up to this to want to find out who you would send the roses to. And that person on the phone right now is Lisa, who wanted to find out whether you would send say hi, Lisa, so he'll know who you are.
Hey, Mike. Hey, honey.
Hang on.
Does
Hey,
that
babe, what's up?
is that making any sense? Because Lisa put us up to this.
She wanted to make sure you'd send roses to her.
Yeah.
Sorry to put you on the radio, but I don't know. Since we've been really reconnecting, I wanted to make sure that you were really in it and you weren't going to send the flowers to Kendall, maybe.
No. These were meant for you.
You know what's
I love that.
That's really
She does love
weird
that.
and
She-
shocking. And you know what's weird and shocking is that you are having trouble recognizing the voice of your own
Girlfriend.
live-in girlfriend.
Girlfriend of 2 years. It's me. It's Kendall. You
Wait, I thought this was Lisa. Why am I being?
You
What's going
probably
on?
wanted it to be Lisa, the girl that you're f***ing in our hot tub while I'm gone for the weekend. Are you serious right now?
Not into being tricked.
Hello?
I don't know what's going on. Don't know what's going on. Bye.
What?
What? Well, let me help
He
you
hung
walk you
up,
through
of course.
this.
No surprise.
What?
Oh my God! Did he just hang up?
Oh, yeah, he hung up.
I didn't hear a click. Did he hang up?
Yeah. Oh, he hung up.
Mike.
I'm looking over. No, he's gone.
Oh.
You're surprised. There's
Oh my
no
God.
coming back from that.
Okay, because not only was there the evidence, he sent the roses to the wrong girl with a note that said, "Good connecting with you again," and then he swore that he would never send them to Kendall because he was going to definitely send them to Lisa, who he thought was on the phone.
Ew, you guys, and he didn't even recognize his own girlfriend.
No, he did
we
not.
lived together.
Oh,
But not for
Kendall.
long. I'm going to guess that somebody's going to be leaving.
Yeah.
Oh, he's going to get his ass out because that's my place for sure. Ew, what a...
Isn't it funny how how you go from falling in love and you're all smitten and they make your heart beat faster and you
Yes.
get butterflies to then being on the radio and call them a D word on the radio.
Well.
It's just weird. You ever see that happen where a couple falls out of love, Jonathan?
Never.
Never. It's never in my business. That never happened.
We have family attorney Jonathan Fogel on with his take on things. And what did you take away from this with War of the Roses?
This one was, again, I thought it was pretty clear that this guy was cheating. But what I took away from it was what I want to give is more practical advice for people when they're going out and they're looking to find an attorney.
Yep.
Right? I thought Kendall, maybe she ends up in an attorney's office. What questions do you want to ask an attorney when you're looking to hire somebody? And I came up with really 4 good questions that everybody should ask when they're going to hire an attorney.
Oh, good idea.
Right?
Okay.
All right.
Yeah, and so the first one is how much of their practice is really focused on family law. And the reason that's important is you don't want to hire someone who just kind of dips their toes or dabbles in family law. It can be really complex. There's a lot of nuances. The law is always changing. You want to hire someone that does it full time.
Okay.
The second question is ask the attorney to explain the legal process. Like myself, I've handled thousands of divorce cases, but someone who's sitting across from me, this may be their first time they're ever getting divorced, maybe the first time they've ever even talked to an attorney in their office. So the attorney should be able to give you a roadmap of what's going to happen.
Yeah.
All right? The third thing is, do they have an associate that's going to be doing a lot of the work? And the reason that's important is that if I'm going to go hire somebody, I want that person that I've met, that I'm talking to be doing the work for me, because that's the person that I trust. You don't want to hire an attorney and then that attorney kind of feeds the file to someone else and you never talk to that attorney again.
Oh, that's really
yeah.
interesting.
Yeah.
So somebody like a paralegal, even though paralegals are great, you want to know that I talked to Jonathan. Jonathan's going to do all the work and use all of his experience.
That's right. I mean, that's what they're hiring me for. They're paying for me for my 25 years of experience that I have. They don't want to give me to be giving the file to somebody else that doesn't have that same knowledge.
Okay.
And the fourth one is how can I keep my legal costs down? I did ask that question. I try to explain to people the best thing you can do to keep your legal costs down is listen to the advice that your attorney is giving you. And that doesn't always happen. And what I mean by that is a lot of times I will give advice, they'll pay me the money to give them the advice, and then they do the exact opposite.
Yeah. So then you got to do it
ends
again.
up costing them, you know? What was that, Dave?
So what will they do? Like you'll advise them A and they'll do B. What's an example of A and B?
Well, one of the things is if they get a settlement offer, right? We negotiate a lot. Most of my cases end up resolving themselves without going to court.
Okay.
So there's settlement offers. There's a lot of negotiation. I'll tell them, look, this is the best you're going to get. You're not going to get better if this goes to court. I know you're angry. I know you're upset. But it's not necessarily about the principle. It's about getting this resolved and moving forward. And they'll reject the offer, and then they end up getting worse later on. What I predicted would happen.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
So listen to your attorney. Call Jonathan. Get a hold of Jonathan. If you missed any of these points and you want to sit down with Jonathan, nobody wants to go, you know what I want to do? I want to get a divorce. I want to get
right.
I mean, but sometimes it happens. We all know somebody, and maybe even you've been divorced. So we're not promoting divorce. We would love to see Jonathan go out of business and open up a farmer's market somewhere.
Ooh,
That'd be
Jonathan,
nice.
that's nice.
Fresh produce.
That's not likely to happen. So if you
Fogel's Family Market. I like that.
Fogel's Family Market, I like
Farms. Is the
Farm
third
is
F.
better. Come on,
Come on.
Fogel's Family
A lot of
Farm.
alliteration.
it. All right, so go to fogelfamilylaw.com and find out more. Set up a free consultation. Jonathan, thanks for helping out. We'll talk to you again next week, okay?
Thank you guys so much. You have a great week.
Have a good one. It's KDWB, the Dave Ryan Show with War of the Roses.
I was just going to say that a lot of people turned on Matt. That
Oh,
was
yeah,
the
they
main
did.
person they turned on. Not even the guy in this, like, not the Matt from our actual War of the Roses.
He was the caller, our very last caller.
Matt from Monticello, because everyone said he is very wrong about underwear, because he said dogs wouldn't eat it whole, they shred it up, and every single other person said, my dog will deep throat a whole sock.
Yeah,
my dog swallows undies whole. I don't know,
Yeah.
Matt's talk. I mean, so many people said my dog eats full underwear.
Yeah, they don't chew. They don't.
So
if
they
have the
turned
time,
on
they'll
Matt
rip
and
it.
Monticello.
Matt's just speaking his truth.
Yeah,
I'm sorry.
God forbid Matt's a dog is a shredder, you know?
Okay.